Sister.
Okay, calling the Committee on Ordinance regular meeting Monday, July 27 to order. Madam Clerk, could you kindly read the roll?
Chairwoman Ryan,
Present.
Vice Chairwoman Castillo,
Present.
Councilman Narducci,
Still here.
Councilwoman Harris,
Present.
and Councilwoman Miller.
Oh, she's on mute. You're muted, Councilwoman.
Councilwoman Miller,
Present. Can you hear me?
We can.
present, you have a call.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's read item 1 into the record. I've got to admit.
Ordinance and amendment of chapter 27 of the Code of Ordinance of the City of Providence entitled the City of Providence Zoning Ordinance, approved November 24, 2014, as amended to change certain text in Article 18 regarding notice of requirements.
Okay, before we begin, I'd like to add the CPC letter again at the recommendation of our clerk to this matter. May I have a motion to add the CPC letter to item number 1? Motion made by Vice Chair Castillo, seconded by Councilman Narducci. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay, the letter is attached. Would the sponsor like to speak about this matter at all? Do you have any comments that you'd like to make? I know that you were cut off before, Councilwoman Castillo. Would you want to talk at all about this, the importance of it, the significance of it to you and to other council colleagues?
Yes. Like I said before, it's really important for every city council person to know what's going on in our neighborhood. Because that happened to me one time, and it happened to each one. And also, we need to respect when some projects come to our neighborhood to make sure we are informed. They have to make sure we have the information, because it's really uncomfortable when people come to you and say, you know, what happened in your neighborhood? And you say, oh, what happened in the neighborhood right now? Oh, you know, it's a meeting, blah, 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 blah. So that's the info, like every city council can be informed on time, and we don't have this issue anymore, because that day I feel like really bad in respect by my neighborhood and in respect my neighborhood, because only some people can be like notified. The other one is not notified, and this isn't acceptable. So this prevents like each city council and everywhere the city of Providence can be like really informed, and we are prepared for the zoning change, and we are prepared for what the neighborhood want. Thank you.
I'd like to thank you very much for working on this change to the ordinance. I think it's right on the money. I can see all the heads of council people nodding. This has happened to each and every one of us. We get blindsided, oftentimes brought in at the last moment. So I think it's wonderful, and I, again, commend you for putting it forward on behalf of all of the council. It just simply provides notice to the council members when there's a zoning matter coming before the council right at the get-go. So any other committee members have any questions, concerns, thoughts? Majority Leader Harris.
I also like to comment on the fact that Councilwoman Castillo have really done a wonderful thing by this ordinance, and we really appreciate this, especially on the south side of the area, because a lot of people are afraid of losing their homes, and a lot of these high-end premium houses that's being built nowadays is not considering our neighborhoods and some of the neighborhoods that are, you know, just barely struggling to hold on to what they have. So, and I also want to thank Bob, because, you know, it takes a lot of weight off I'm sure him as well as, these developers or people are coming, and that would give it even more of a boost for him to make sure that the city councils are, contacted. So I'm great. This is great. I'm so proud of it. And thank you, Councilwoman Costello. Thank you, Bob, for doing your work on this. This is really important. I know you done heard from all of us. So this is really great. So thank you, especially for the South Side. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Leader. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay. May I have a motion to pass item 1? Motion made by Vice Chair Castillo, seconded by Councilman Narducci. All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. Motion passes. The matter passes. Thank you very much, everyone, on that one. Okay, item 2, Madam Clerk, could you kindly read that into the record?
Amendment of zoning ordinance section 1202, principal use standards, amending paragraph CE, compassion center, cultivation center.
Okay, first order of business, entering the CPC letter yet again into the record. On item 2, may I have a motion? Councilman Narducci makes the motion, seconded by Majority Leader Harris. All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. The CPC letter is attached. Any committee members like to speak on this matter?
Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes, you may, Councilman Narducci.
Thank you, Chair. First, I'd like to thank Sean Bouchard from our office for all his help with this. As you all know, we've been going back and forth with this for quite a while now. And as always, I'd like to thank Bob Azar also. Madam Chair, what I'm looking to do with this particular ordinance is, as you know, and as most of my colleagues know, especially the ones that have been around for a little while, it always appears that when they want to do certain things, it happens in our neighborhoods, our wards, particularly the west end, the south side, the north end, the Smith Hill area. And they try to dump everything in one area, in those particular areas. If you've seen on the map that was shown by Bob Azar, the green crosses represented the Compassion Center in my area, the Scott Slater Compassion Center, and also a few other cultivation centers in other wards in the city. And as you could see on that map, there was 2 wards that already have 2 of these cultivation centers in their wards. There would be nothing stopping. Well, let me back up for a second. The state is in the process now of okaying another 5 to 6 cultivation / compassion centers. And I don't think it's fair to have them all in, just certain areas. And what this does, it gives a good buffer zone to where it kind of creates that, stops that from happening in our wards. And it's just, and I'm just going to say it next way. It's just, it's odd. If you look at the map, there's one area in our city that they are not allowed to go into, and that's the east side. The east side will not have any cultivation centers or compassion centers, but yet they want to put them in all our other wards. So again, I just, I think this works. I think it's great for all of our wards, and I would really love to have the support of my colleagues moving forward. And again, I just want to thank everybody for getting it to the point it's at right now. Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you to my committee members.
Thank you very much, Leader Narducci, for your work on this matter. I know that you've been working on it quite some time. I'd like to ask Bob Azar. Are you with us, Bob? Bob Azar?
Yes, I'm here.
Leader Narducci referenced the map that we had the benefit of seeing in the public hearing, but it is not attached to this meeting. you be able to just put it up on the screen quickly for us so that we can see the map, and then I'm going to take a motion to enter it into the record and ask that you transmit it to our clerk. All right? Would you be able to get that on the screen? Share your screen. Are you there, Bob? Whoa, very good.
Yeah, so here it is, and I will email it to the clerk.
Can you just orient us quickly, please, as you did in the public hearing, for the benefit of those
Yes.
who might have joined this meeting and not participated in the hearing?
Yep. This is a map that depicts the location of current compassion and cultivation centers, as indicated by the green crosses. And then it also shows all of the public and private schools throughout the city. And there are circles around each of these, with the separation distances referenced in the ordinance. And we're also showing in purple and red, respectively, the M1 and C3 zoning districts. So this will give a sense of the impact of this ordinance and where this particular use will be allowed if this ordinance passes. And again, I'd be happy to email this over to the clerk right away.
Bob,
can you
just
go over the
ask-
green crosses?
Excuse me, Councilman Nanducci, I'm sorry. Just a question for Bob on the map. The purple and the red, are those current zoning designated areas? Is that correct?
Yes, the purple is the M1 zone, and the red is the C3 zone. Those are areas that currently allow for this use.
Are there any other M1 and C3 that's not notated in red or purple on the map?
No.
Okay. Councilman Nanducci, thank you, Bob. Councilman Nanducci has a question?
Madam Chair, just reference the map. Bob did, and excuse me, but can you go over the green crosses again so people know that they're cultivation centers and compassion centers, and notice that in some areas there's actually two of them?
Yes.
Thank you.
The one that I'm zooming in on, that's the Slater Center. That's the one compassion center where they're allowed to sell the medical marijuana at retail to people with prescriptions. The other facilities elsewhere out in Olneyville, there's a couple of cultivation centers, and then down in Washington Park, and then further down near Roger Williams Park. Those are all cultivation centers. And you're correct, Councilman, that there have been some recent changes in state law that will allow for more cultivation centers and also more compassion centers to be located throughout the state. And under the state law governing these uses, the local municipalities do have the authority to regulate where they can go under their zoning ordinance. So this is exactly the type of regulation that would be required, the authority that we have as a municipality to control these types of uses.
Any further questions? Committee members?
Madam Chair.
Deputy Majority Leader Harris, I'm sorry, I didn't see your little hand.
Oh, it was a little hand in the corner. Let me put it down. Let me remember to do that. I wanted to also recommend. Sorry.
Commend.
There it is. Commend my colleague on such great work on this. And I would like to also co-sponsor. Good job. Thank you for bringing this to our attention and working on this. Thank you. You're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%.
Thank you.
May I co-sponsor?
Yes.
And I may,
Okay. Councilwoman Kessler? Co-sponsor? Wow,
Yes.
we've got a great crowd tonight. I might as well co-sponsor as well if there's no objection.
No, thank you
Good
very
work going on, Madam Chair.
Okay, so, any other comments? We admitted everything, right?
We just have to vote to add the map.
Okay, I need a motion to add the map. Motion made by Councilman Narducci, seconded by Vice Chair Castillo. All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. The map is added. So the map and the letter is added to that item. Okay. And we need a motion to recommend approval to the full council made by Councilman. You can certainly make that motion, Councilman Narducci, seconded by Deputy Majority Leader Harris. All in favor? Aye. Ayes have it. Motion passes. Okay, item 3, Madam Clerk, could you kindly read that into the record?
An ordinance and amendment of chapter 27 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Providence entitled the City of Providence Zoning Ordinance approved November 24, 2014 as amended to change the official zoning map for plat 32, lot 314, 1192 Westminster Street from RP to C2.
Bob, can you just give us a quick explanation, and then I'm going to go to the sponsor for her thoughts on this? Just introduce us to this again, please. Item 3. Bob Azar.
Was that for me, Madam Chair? Yes.
That was for you.
Sorry.
We're
my
making you
connection's
work.
not.
That's okay, we're making you work.
Yeah.
Just a brief introduction, please, if
Okay.
you would be kind.
Yes. This would change the zoning district from residential professional. And what that would have the effect of is allowing for 2 principal use buildings on a lot so that the owner applicant would be able to convert the garage into an affordable housing unit. By the way, I should add that this property is also within a historic district so that the built environment, the character elected by the Historic District Commission if when it comes time for redevelopment of the property. So the City Plan Commission recommended in favor of this, finding it consistent with the comprehensive plan.
Great. Councilwoman Miller, I know you've put forth this change. Tell us a little bit about it. What do you hope to share?
Thank you. So I would just say that, I'm excited to be able to support something that is going to put affordable housing on the market. I've been working with the WBNA and talking about their plans for the conversion of that double-bay garage into not just affordable, but like fully ADA accessible, which is also very exciting and not something we have a lot of either in the neighborhood or really in the city. And so, yeah, it's as I think other folks have said, it's not a significant zoning change. It's surrounded by C2, but would have a nice impact on the neighborhood. And I would thank everyone for their consideration.
Great. Anyone else? Any questions, council members? I would just like to say I think this is a great solution. It makes perfect sense. It's great to see the addition of additional units brought online. I commend the petitioner as well as the councilwoman and Bob Azar, your team, for I'm sure doing a lot of work on it to make this change happen. It is exciting to see the ADA compliant unit, as well as recognizing that it is in the historic district to be sensitive to the historic nature of the building as well. So I think it's a great idea. I think it's a good thing. Do I have a motion?
Do the CPC letter first.
Oh, got to do the CPC letter. May I have a motion to add the CPC letter yet again to this matter? Motion made by Councilwoman Vice Chair Castillo, seconded by Councilwoman Miller. All in favor? Aye. The letter is attached. Do we need anything else?
Madam Chair.
Leader Harris.
again, look at this good work that's happening, and it's so right over the border. Again, I'm feeling good about that. So, if the sponsor don't mind, I would like to join her in co-sponsoring this as well.
Sure.
So noted.
I'd like to make that request as well, Councilwoman Miller.
So noted.
Anyone else?
Myself also, Councilman Narducci.
Wow, this is big. Councilman Narducci, we've got a great, and Vice Chair Castillo has spoken. She too would like to sponsor.
So noted, Madam Chair.
Okay, so now, Madam Clerk,
Yes.
may I entertain a motion to recommend approval to the full council of item number 3, made by Councilwoman Miller, seconded by Vice Chair Castillo. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item 3 passes. Thank you all. That's a good job on that one. Okay, item 4 we have. Madam Clerk, could you kindly read that one into the record?
Petition from Diana Ducharme and Emily J.
Accio?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Monica Green and Ducharme LLC, 235 Promenade Street, Suite 475, Providence, Rhode Island, 02908, requesting a zone change for the property located on Assessors Plat 68, Lot 852, otherwise known as 40 Candy Street, from R3 to C2.
Okay, first matter of business, says my clerk that we need to add the CPC letter yet again to this item. Motion made by Vice Chair Castillo, seconded by Deputy Leader Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. The letter is attached. Bob Azar, real brief explanation of this one for us to start us off here.
Yes, this is a rezoning of a parcel of land that's currently occupied by a facility, a medical office owned by the Providence Community Health Center. This zoning change would legalize expansion and improvement of the property. The matter was approved by the redevelopment was approved by the City Plan Commission, and the City Plan Commission in favor of the rezoning.
Okay, so thank you very much. You need to get to address that connectivity issue, Bob, that you have. You keep breaking up a little bit, but what we heard you say is this is changing the zoning from R3 to C2. It's an expansion of an existing structure, and the CPC has recommended approval. Does that about summarize what you had to say, Bob? Okay, we had
Yes, it does.
wonderful presentations during the public hearing. Does the committee have any questions, concerns, or thoughts relative to this matter for the petitioner? Are the petitioners with us still?
They are.
Okay. Any questions from the committee? Would you like to add anything, Emily, at this point in time? You're on mute. That's okay. Happens to all of us. We're going to get this straight sooner or later.
I have nothing to add, relying on our testimony from the hearing, materials submitted, the CPC recommendation, all of that, but happy to answer any questions anyone has.
Okay, any questions? I'd like to take this opportunity yet again, thank the folks in our planning department. Bob, you guys do a great job and you prepare these files so well. I know it's hard work, and I just wanted to say thank you very much. Petitioner, thank you. Great, clean petition. We appreciate your efforts as well. Without any committee questions, I'd like to entertain a motion to recommend approval to the full council. Vice Chair Castillo makes a motion, seconded by Councilman Narducci. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. The motion passes. Thank you very much. So this will go to the next council meeting. By the way, we're on recess in August, so it won't be heard until September, and it needs two passages. Okay?
Thank you.
You.
Very much. Really
Thanks for your
appreciate it.
testimony.
Thank you. Take care.
Okay, item, bye-bye, good evening. She didn't have a connectivity issue.
No, she did not.
Okay, item 5. I got the wrong sheet. I'm reading the public hearing. Okay, that was, are we on 5?
We are on 5.
We're on 5, imagine that. Okay, item 5, please, Madam Clerk. Kindly read that one into the record.
Item number 5, decision from Edward Moss, President, Mark Princeton Hotel Group LLC, requesting a zone change for the property located at 201-217 Angel Street, Providence, Rhode Island, 02906. Assessors plat 13, lots 52, 53, and 55, from RP to C2.
Okay, so based on a recommendation from from Bob Azar as well as the solicitor, this matter has an appeal, an open appeal, and I am going to ask that the matter be continued. We did not speak about it in the public hearing, and we're going to just continue it at this point. May I have that motion? Council Vice Chair Castillo makes that motion, seconded by Councilman Narducci, Council Deputy Leader Harris, and Senior Leader Narducci. Second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item 5 is continued. Madam Clerk, could you kindly read item 6 into the record?
Item number 6, petition from the CK 16 Longport, Cranston, Rhode Island, 02920, requesting a zone change for the property located on Assessors Plat 43, lots 504, 505, and 539, located at 759 Harvest Avenue, from R3 to C1.
So this was a matter for the committee's benefit. This was a matter that had a public hearing before. If you can recall, it was put forth by Councilman Taylor. There was 2 folks that had come to the public hearing and had concerns and questions, and Councilman Taylor, out of an abundance of caution and concern for his constituent, asked the committee to continue the matter, which we did, to allow him the opportunity to speak to the 2 gentlemen that came and objected, if you will, or spoke against it, and allow them to speak with the owners of the property. And I understand the clerk has evidence that exercise happened. Could you please, what do you have in the record to document that?
Yes, Councilman Taylor unfortunately could not attend tonight, but did forward to me an email stating that a couple of weeks ago he met with the owner, and the 2 brothers were supposed to attend the meeting, but they did not show up. But additionally, the owner did everything that was asked of them, which was to get another dumpster, clean up all the garbage that was lying around, bait for rats through Griggs and Brown, put all cooking material away in storage, and there was a traffic engineer that put up 2 no parking signs, 2 corner on Brattle Street and Potters Avenue, and Councilman Taylor feels that the owner has fixed all the complaints and unfortunately could not convey that to the brothers, but we also do have Peter Casali, the consultant here, who can further provide any more information relative to that, but
Great.
he's asking that it be approved.
Thank you. Before we do that, is there any member of the public that is in attendance that wishes to speak about this matter?
So please use your raised hand icon.
Seeing none, I'd like to ask Mr. Casali, who is with us. Can you speak to us on this matter, sir?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Peter
Identify
Casali,
yourself for the record. Great, thank you.
Peter Casali for the record, on behalf of Riddy Ty, 759 Potters Avenue. So I was part of the first meeting with Councilman Taylor, Riddy Ty, the owner of the establishment, and the 2 brothers, Kevin and Rodney. At that point, we identified several issues. We gave it 3 weeks' time, and in that 3 weeks' time, as Councilman Taylor would confirm, we had the traffic engineer install a couple of no parking here to corner signs to alleviate some traffic congestion. We installed a trash can out in front of the store for anyone in the area to use. There's a policing of the area daily for sweeping. The back of the lot was immaculate on the 2 inspections that I attended. The backyard has also been baited for rats. The addition of the second dumpster and all of the outside cooking has ceased operation.
Great. Were these the concerns that were expressed by the 2 gentlemen that objected to the matter initially?
Yes, it's my understanding that we addressed every point. Further, Councilman Taylor and I had set up a meeting 3 weeks out from that date, which the initial meeting was on June 29th. We came back on, I did an inspection on July 6th of 20, and on July 14th, we reconvened, and the 2 brothers had not shown up to that meeting.
Okay. Any committee members have any questions, concerns, thoughts? Thank you, Mr. Casale. Appreciate you coming this evening and sharing that testimony with us.
Madam Chair.
Great, and thank you for your efforts. I know that Councilman Taylor said that you were very helpful in working this out. So with that, is there a recommendation, Vice Chair? Would you like to make a recommendation to approve this for full council? Councilwoman Vice Chair makes that motion, seconded by Deputy Majority Leader Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Ayes have it, motion passes. I think that's it. Is that it, Madam Clerk? May I have a motion to adjourn, saying there's no further business before this honorable
Adjourn.
motion made by everyone. Motion made by Councilman Narducci, Councilwoman Harris, Councilwoman Castilla, and Miller. Who's going to second it? We all second it.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. We adjourn. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bob, you got to work on your connectivity.
Stay cool.
Will do. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you all. Stay cool.